The movie begins by introducing us to Sam Lord, an expert sniper who is patiently waiting on a rooftop for his target. Beside him is his spotter, Ken, who suddenly asks if Sam believes in God, admitting that he himself is unsure. Sam, not interested in deep questions, says he'll wait until death to find out. Right then, their target appears, a businessman who is widely disliked due to the unethical practices of his company. Crowds have gathered, angrily protesting his activities. Ignoring the crowd completely, the businessman greets his young girlfriend, a woman clearly with him for reasons other than his personality. Despite numerous bodyguards and innocent bystanders nearby, Sam knows this is his only chance. He carefully aims at the businessman, but at the last second, the young woman notices the rifle's flash and instinctively jumps in front of her partner, taking the bullet herself. Sam instantly regrets what happened, but Ken quickly reassures him that she is still breathing. Keeping calm under pressure, Sam fires again, this time hitting his intended target. After successfully completing their mission, the duo attempts to leave the rooftop, but guards have already blocked the emergency stairs, forcing them to escape into the building instead. Inside, they unexpectedly encounter more guards who quickly disarm them. But for Sam and Ken, losing their weapons isn't a major obstacle, as they swiftly defeat the guards and escape by hiding in a garbage truck, a clever trick they once used in Beirut. On the way home, Ken reminds Sam that the woman he shot is still alive, adding that he wouldn't feel too bad even if she had died, considering she was involved with an arms dealer. Sam, however, can't stop wondering why the woman risked her life to protect someone like that. It's the first time he's faced such a strange situation in his career. Tired of Sam's questions, Ken firmly reminds him that they completed their job, and that's all that matters. Soon after, Sam received a call from his boss, Tamara. She gently explains that the young woman was collateral damage and that he shouldn't feel responsible. But noticing Sam's troubled voice, she grants him some time off. Sam uses this break to enjoy some peace and quiet at his isolated woodland home. He spends his days cleaning his weapons and completing daily chores. One day, a wolf approaches his property, causing Sam to instinctively aim his shotgun at it. However, the wolf peacefully leaves without attacking, and Sam, relieved he didn't pull the trigger, quietly wishes it luck on its hunt. His break ends when Tamara calls again, offering him a new assignment in Frankfurt, Germany. As always, he'll be working alongside Ken. When the two meet, Sam reveals this will be his final job before retirement. He's tired, and he has more than enough money to live comfortably. Ken is silent, clearly unhappy with the thought of continuing without his trusted partner. This time, the mission setup is far more luxurious. Instead of hiding in some random place, Tamara provides them with a high-end penthouse apartment, complete with their own concierge named Mireo. Despite all the luxury, Ken can't stop thinking about what his friend had just confessed. Frustrated, he starts hurling insults at Sam, angry that he's planning to quit just as they're settling into the luxurious penthouse. Calling him selfish for wanting to retire, he argues that without Sam's unmatched sniper skills, the agency would find them useless and quickly fire them. In his defense, Sam explains he doesn't want any more innocent blood on his hands. Accidentally shooting the woman had profoundly changed him. Now, Sam only wants peace in his life, and not even Tamara, their boss, can persuade him otherwise. Realizing he's serious, Ken finally accepts that this will be Sam's last mission, hoping at least it'll be memorable. Things quickly improve, at least for Ken, when two masseuses, Mona and Lily, arrive at their room, a surprise gift from Tamara. While Ken happily enjoys his massage, Sam remains guarded, asking Mona to close the curtains again even though she wanted to admire the moon. In return for closing them, Mona offers to read his fortune, explaining her mother had special abilities and taught her how to see the future using a crystal ball. As Mona examines his palm, she tells Sam he has a strong will, but warns him he's been following a false idol, something he doesn't fully understand yet. At that moment, Moreau returns with dinner, insisting on opening the curtains for the best experience. Sam's frustration turns into instant alarm as he spots a sniper's flash from across the building, aimed directly at them. Immediately, Sam orders everyone down, just as Miro's assistant launches a surprise attack. Revealed as a skilled assassin, the assistant attempts to kill Sam, but fortunately, Sam is a highly trained fighter and quickly overpowers him. Moments later, Miro also exposes himself as another hired killer sent specifically for them. Sam courageously confronts Moreau, demanding to know who sent him, but the assassin refuses to answer despite taking heavy blows. Eventually, Sam knocks Moreau unconscious. Now facing the threat of the distant sniper, Sam instructs Ken to destroy all the lights in the penthouse to hide their location. While doing this, Ken carefully grabs a phone to call Tamara without being detected. Meanwhile, Sam assures Mona and Lily they'll stay safe, even though Mona seems oddly familiar with such dangerous situations. Once Ken contacts Tamara, he informs her they've been compromised. Someone inside the agency betrayed their secret location. Tamara promises help is on the way, but they must survive until then. Angry and scared, Mona confronts Sam, accusing them of doing terrible things and begging not to be killed, as she has a young daughter waiting for her. Sam firmly promises her she'll see her daughter again, leaving no room for doubt. To find the sniper's location, Sam borrows Mona's mirror, cautiously searching for his attacker. Suddenly, Moreau regains consciousness and tries to strangle Sam with a cable. Ken jumps in immediately, engaging in a fierce fight, eventually managing to push Moreau out of the window. Sam thanks Ken for saving his life, but just as he does, a gunshot echoes through the room. Ken falls silent. He's been hit. Mona quickly checks and confirms he's still breathing. Using the mirror, Sam pinpoints the sniper's exact location and communicates it to Tamara. Moments later, she assures them the sniper has been eliminated and it's safe to leave. Suspicious, Mona demands Sam expose himself first to confirm they're truly safe, an action that nearly gets him shot again. Realizing the truth, Sam angrily demands answers from Tamara. Coldly, she admits she can't let him retire because someone with his skills poses too great a risk to the agency. Eliminating him now is their safest option. Disappointed and betrayed, Sam pleads with Tamara to spare Ken at least, but she refuses, claiming Ken talks too much and could jeopardize their secrets. In that devastating moment, Sam realizes that he and Ken haven't been eliminating villains all this time. Instead, they've been unknowingly assassinating innocent law-abiding figures who stood against Tamara's dark agenda. Sam now has only one thought on his mind: revenge. But before he can get it, he must survive the deadly trap that the hotel has become. All this chaos is, of course, the work of Tamara. Upon hearing this terrifying news, Lily panics and tries to escape, only to be shot precisely by the enemy sniper. She collapses, still breathing. Acting quickly, Sam distracts the sniper, giving Mona a chance to drag Lily away from danger. Sadly, their efforts aren't enough. Lily dies moments later, bleeding out in Sam's arms. In this critical moment, Sam improvises to level the playing field. Grabbing Mona's crystal ball, he smashes the penthouse's main camera, blinding Tamara and cutting off her surveillance. While Mona worries about their dire situation, Sam calmly points out that their best option is to wait until sunrise, knowing the sunlight will shield them from the sniper's vision. Having been a sniper himself, Sam knows their attacker must be furious. What was supposed to be a simple hit has turned into a difficult mission, but he also knows the sniper won't give up easily. Suddenly, hearing footsteps approaching, Sam dives for his hidden rifle behind the bar and rapidly begins assembling it, just as a group of heavily armed mercenaries storm the penthouse. They unleash a hail of bullets at the bar, pinning Sam down until they run out of ammo. The second they pause to reload, Sam fires back fiercely, eliminating most of them. But the last mercenary grabs Mona and uses her as a human shield, forcing Sam to carefully lower his weapon as if surrendering. The sniper spotter has now taken position, leaving Sam and Mona still trapped inside the penthouse. While waiting tensely, Mona asks Sam how long he's been killing people, guessing correctly that he enlisted after the Twin Towers fell. Sam confirms her suspicion, explaining that he joined the military at 18, hoping to make a difference. After 4 years, he left the army and joined a private company that claimed to work for national security. That was where he met Ken, who became his closest friend. Moved by his story, Mona hands Sam a photo of her daughter along with her address. She pleads with him that if she doesn't survive this night, he must promise to care for her daughter. Sam tries to reassure her, insisting she'll survive, but Mona knows better. She reminds him that unlike him, she is no trained soldier. Determined, she offers to help him retrieve his rifle, but only if he promises to protect her child. At that exact moment, another squad of mercenaries charges into the penthouse. Sam instantly switches back to battle mode. Although he quickly takes down the first two attackers, the third mercenary proves much tougher, forcing Sam into a brutal hand-to-hand fight inside the elevator. The intense struggle continues until Sam cleverly uses the enemy's own grenades against him. Returning to the penthouse, Sam encounters a mercenary he thought was dead, who attacks him unexpectedly. But just in time, Mona courageously knocks the mercenary unconscious. Tragically, this act leaves her exposed, and the sniper does not hesitate, firing a deadly shot at her. Sam immediately fires back, but the damage is done. As Mona lies dying, she desperately begs Sam one last time to take responsibility for her daughter and give her a better life than he ever knew. She draws her final breath just as Ken wakes up, realizing he's been shot in the spine and can no longer move his legs. Witnessing Mona's sacrifice, Ken finally understands why the woman from their previous job protected her target at the cost of her own life. It was for someone she loved, not money. But there's no time for reflection. Tamara sends a drone loaded with a machine gun to finish them off. With expert aim, Sam swiftly destroys the drone. Returning to Ken's side, he makes a heartbreaking discovery. Ken has died while desperately trying to create a parachute from bed sheets. With enemy forces closing in fast, Sam has no choice but to leap out the window using Ken's makeshift parachute. Incredibly, it holds, landing him safely onto a passing garbage truck below. Sometime later, Tamara is waiting at an airport, calmly preparing for her flight to Dubai. Suddenly, her phone rings. It's Sam. Coldly, he informs her that from now on, he'll be hunting down targets strictly for personal reasons, and she's at the top of his list. Unfazed, Tamara hangs up confidently and heads into the restroom. Seconds later, a janitor enters the restroom behind her. Outside, a little girl sits playing quietly with her phone, seemingly oblivious to the commotion inside. After a tense moment, the janitor walks back out, revealing himself as Sam, fulfilling his promise to Mona as the little girl's new guardian.